Actually, after when the Avengers win, Natasha and Hawkeye are like, "Oh, I've loved you really this whole time." And he's like, "Yeah, babe, I'm cool with a bow." And she's like, "Oh, I'm really cool at shooting guns, you know." And they're like, "No, no, 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 no," and then they have Hawkeye babies. When a big purple titan loves a big green guy, can't keep their mind on nothing else. I'm 26 and I do this with Lego. Tell. I've done that loads lately. To the channel visuals, welcome back to Superhero Wednesday. Well, this is a really cool Superhero Wednesday because why am I so out of breath? I've been stood still. I'm going to the midnight release of the Avengers today, but I have every single Avengers Lego set. So not only I wanted to do a nerd flex, I wanted to see if we could break down the story visuals before I go into the cinema and watch this, because there's some really cool things in these sets, and they say some weird stuff. So I thought I would sit, digest, break down, crunk a little bit in my PJs because I explain on FFF, but I'll explain it right now quickly. On Saturday, and I don't usually work Saturday because I do all my filming in it and stuff like that on YouTube Saturday, so I had to work this Saturday, so I've got no time, I'm rushed out, I've got to put my PJs on, just put the t-shirt on, shit like that, we can sit and do the videos, edit, so it'd go. Yeah, so my PJs, did a bit of crunking for FFF, because FFF, Pokemon Thursday, Super Wednesday, get recorded at Wanna, great content maker, and we're going to just take a look at some Lego sets. What the fuck? I don't know what any of this is, and I wonder if people look at me and they go, "That's a cringy fucker, and that's why I'm not watching this video." Okay, no worries. Oh, hello, what's up? And then, of course, someone gets left in the moustache, can't forget about that. So I thought it would be pretty cool. I was quite tempted to release this a week before Avengers, but I thought, no, let's do it on the same day as I'm going to the midnight release, because it'll push forward 2 days. It broke the fucking internet. We did a whole podcast on it. I thought I'd do it now, and then it'll be a matter of hours to find out how wrong we are in talking about these sets in terms of the film. I thought it'd be quite fun. So let's turn around, sit the fuck down, shut up, and here we go. Talk Avengers Lego. Look, here's Captain Marvel. Anything. I think this officially confirms, okay? This officially confirms that the Avengers shall be Lego in the film. The Russo brothers have confirmed that the trailer is misleading and misdirecting. So I'm pretty sure it's a swerve because when he started the film, it's a Lego movie. I don't think I'll be disappointed with that. Right, I think we'll go from smallest sets all the way to biggest sets. So the smallest set is this Captain America cycle set with vehicle. It's called Captain America Outriders Attack. Stay up then, bike. This one comes with 3 Outriders. Of course, they're the little creatures, well, not little. They're the big creatures that we see in the Battle of Wakanda in Infinity War. This is a solo one with Captain America. Now, we see in the trailer, Captain America, in the newest trailer, saying about how the team's splitting up, looking after each other, looking out for each other. Does this mean he's going to have a solo part of the film? Does it mean it's just during one of the events, his team, he gets a motorcycle? He's got a motorcycle. It's not unfamiliar to see Captain America on a motorbike anyway. I mean, I don't think it's going to be this extreme because it's a rather OTT bicycle. But of course, the man of the hour himself, we don't actually see him with this, with the helmet on in the trailer and the Quantum Realm suit. We see him in the Quantum Realm suit and we also see him in his regular gear, so I don't know what that entails. Apparently there's another theory rumor going around Captain America could die quite early on. I don't think that will be the case, but fuck knows, I've got loads wrong before. And just 3 Outriders. Like I said, this set in particular doesn't give away too much to the film. Captain America Outriders Attack. So as much as that's given away, the Outriders are going to attack Captain America at some point. Yeah, no theorising here. It's a relatively cool set. You get Captain America on his bicycle. I mean, obviously you'd put him in the handlebars, but I ain't doing that. Where is it? See if this actually works. We're gonna push this. We're boosting. Oh my god, we won! Captain America, we beat a couple of Outriders. But yeah, that's the smallest set you get in this series. This next set is really interesting. It's called War Machine Buster. Now we see quite clearly in the trailer Rocket Raccoon and War Machine quite heavily involved a few times. But this has got 2 Outriders, Ant-Man and War Machine. I'll get the Hulk Buster itself, the Hulk Buster, the War Machine Buster. You can actually put them inside, but I've chose to keep them out. The 2 Outriders, and of course, we don't really care about the Outriders, they do nothing. This I could easily see as being one of the pairings, but maybe again, Captain America teams up with these dudes, and they're all being attacked by the Outriders. But they've just chosen to keep the sets separately, whatever it may be. There's War Machine himself, and of course, Ant-Man. Now, there are 2 characters that appear in 2 different sets in this series. We'll get to them when we get to them. But also, another thing to notice is the side artwork. On there, we've got Iron Man, Carol Danvers, Ant-Man, and War Machine. Now, that changes on each box, and obviously, the 2 that are related to this set are big and front and centre. But like I said, we've seen this. We also see it in some sort of I don't know if it was just a regular War Machine armor in Quantum Realm, like this, like we see in the trailer. And pretty, I don't know if it is or if it isn't. If it's this on a different scale, because obviously each bit of it won't be detailed to the film. With Rocket Raccoon on his shoulder, that may be the case. But I can't remember if it was this. So this may not have been shown in the trailer just yet, and we're not even sure because it'll be the first time a War Machine Buster gets appeared in the films. So whether Tony built that years ago, or they've just had it in case, or War Machine himself, Rhodey's been working on it, we don't know. But Ant-Man and War Machine is certainly going to be an awesome team up. Now it's time for maybe my favourite set, because this one was where we can start theorising. Wabooski, Iron Man Hall of Armour. Now this set is friggin' awesome. As I very carefully try and bring it over to the camera so you can see. And voila! This is such a cool set. Now, you don't, whatever it is, I love it in this sort of dome look, but you can have it all stretched out like that if you want. You can even bend it the other way. I don't know why, for some reason it just looks really cool like that. I get very heavy Iron Man 3 vibes from this. Oh, there's a couple more pieces to come over. You got, right, it's called Iron Man Hall of Armour, but we see 2 Outriders obviously in here attacking. So this is where it's going to get really friggin' difficult. Is this a time travel period? Because we see the Iron Man Mark 1 armour, the Mark 5, the Mark 41 and the Mark 50 armour in this set. Because what the fuck does that mean then? Because is this a flashback sequence where this is a different Tony? Because this is the Mark 50 armour. Now the new armour we see in the trailers, the whole nanotech stuff, has like golden arms. It isn't this exact armour. This was Infinity War. So there seems to be a newer version than this. So is this, and obviously these were all destroyed, that Mark 1 and stuff like that. Is this, we're going to go back to the events of Iron Man 3. They need an older version of Tony. Maybe they need an older version of Tony to save the future version with him and Nebula there. I don't know why his hat as well. You can see in the background his hair has been put on display, as you do as Iron Man. So this could be any possibility of things. So have they been, has Outriders been sent back in time to kill a version of Iron Man, or has the team come back and they've just brought Outriders with them? It's really quite fucking confusing, but it's awesome to try and theorise, because like maybe he never really destroyed these, and he's had a Hall of Armour this whole time with all of these there. Because if you remember, Mark 5 and Mark 1 is going back really far. Mark 5 is the briefcase one, from Iron Man 2, the Formula 1. So what the fuck do you say about that? Could this be, obviously the suit in the middle is being worked on or put on or whatever, but it's nanotech. So why is it being assembled in this way? Is it just a way for Lego to just put the set together to make it fun for kids to play with or whatever? There's a lot of weird shenanigans going on with this one. This is where the theorising part and the next 2 sets and this one really start to go down. Oh, there's a dog hair stuck. There's always a dog hair stuck in my Lego sets. But anyway, as a set itself, without trying to theorise and be weird and silly, there's your 2 Outriders at the top that I've just stuck up there. It's purely easy to bring them over as I could. And it will be getting displayed when I get some new shelving like that, because that looks fucking... Let's have a nice little zoom in of that. How awesome does that look? That looks so fucking cool. Put that set away, because now we're getting onto the heavy hitters of the series. Actually, no, quickly, I've forgot his desk. He's got a little desk here with a flask of coffee. There's can we read that? It's got blocked cooler. Oh, you can't really. Can you see that? If I can move this chair off, take this chair off, because as well, this is where it's old vibes. It's got blocked cooler sticker And that looks like Coulson. Remember ages ago, Coulson kept trying to ring him and he was ignoring him. Then we've got different Iron Man specs. Jarvis is still there. So the stickers wait, system error, intruder alert because the Outriders are attacking. So what the fuck does all of this mean? Which era is it in? Is it back at Avengers? Is it back? Because obviously Iron Man 3 was after Avengers, so this could be the Avengers Assemble film, or how they start, because we know, well, by the looks of things, we go there anyway with the Chitauri characters and what the photos that were leaked. Next one might be a bit of a banner to get shot because the box is massive. Avengers Ultimate, if you can see that, Ultimate Quinjet. Now if I bring it over, I've got all the characters ready and waiting. Ready and waiting for battle on top of the Quinjet itself. Look how badass that is. Ah, the box is rather fucking big. Let me go through the characters before we start theorising and pointing out the core bits. 2 Chitauri warriors. Ultimate Quinjet attack. They're already in that. Oh, you guys can die. We don't actually care about you. Ultimate Quinjet attack in their quantum realm suits, but fighting Chitauri members. So is this got something to do with the there's Rocket, the time travel back at Avengers Assemble? Hawkeye not supporting his hairstyle change there. Black Widow with batons or electric batons. Again, back to regular old Natasha Romanoff hair. And our main man, the badass himself, with Stormbreaker. So, because obviously Quinjets are a big thing in the Avengers anyway. They've had loads of different Quinjets. There is something in here as well, which I doubt to God. It's on one of the monitors. Which monitor is it? It's going to be so awkward is out. If you can see that, they're tracking down. That is, on the left is a gauntlet. And it's singled out one stone in particular. So it's got one stone there that they're looking for, in particular out of the others, because the left, like I said, the left is the gauntlet. So could this be one of the teams that break off and they're trying to retrieve a certain in particular stone that they need for their mission? Because maybe the Avengers are going after not every stone, just a handful of ones, the ones that will do the job without having to collect all of them, or because of the time period in which stone was used during this era of the MCU, I'm going to assume it's Avengers Assemble. And they're just going after, trying to get the Tesseract. Obviously the Soul Stone was in, no, it wasn't the Soul Stone. The Mind Stone was in Loki's Scepter. So what are they going after there then? If it's just them two, or if they just want one or the other, if they do want them both. Of course, I've just realised that I forgot to show the, if I can see it, you bring out this big old turret gun looking thing, but out the back slides, woo! Buy box. Has like a lovely little weird bicycle, but the only way you can really get him in is you have to lay him down flat. Like you put his hands on and he has to lay flat, and he can't look where he's going. It's a bit fucking weird. But that's also in the back, so you get dropped off and you can do some damage with this. So yeah, I'm assuming that this is a particular team. They go back in time because obviously there's a friendship between Hawkeye and Black Widow anyway, and these two have formed really good friends, Rocket and Thor. They go back to Avengers Assemble era, they get a Quinjet, they kill some Chitauri, and they gather the available stones available at that time. So, which is quite an interesting thought, because like I said, we're not quite sure. It says, you know your team, stick with your teams. We see, one thing I'm going to point out, because we've got the next set to do, we see everybody in their quantum realm suits. We see Iron Man, or Tony, inside of a quantum realm suit in the trailer, but in these Lego sets, not a single one has Tony inside of a quantum realm suit. So where the fuck does that come from, or why Lego have chosen not to show that in their sets, or whether they were allowed to or not? Maybe they just weren't allowed to show it because of the time of releasing and shit like that. Okay, this one is a biggie. Avengers Compound Battle. I might have to leave the box off to show this one. Right, that's just a quick the box to look at. We get Outrider, Thanos, Hulk, Ant-Man, Nebula, Iron Man, and Carol Danvers. And Iron Man, if you'll notice, with his golden arms. So it just says Iron Man, it doesn't say his mark, but I'm assuming in terms of the MCU, if I'm fucking right, it will be the Mark 51 armor. Here we go. That is the set. Sometimes when you look at the box, you think, right, that's all you get. This has got one of the most key things in it, which is crazy to talk about. And like I said, some of these people appear twice. Iron Man in this new armor that we see from the trailer. I'm about to rip off his repulsors from his legs. Carol Danvers not in Quantum Realm armor, but we don't see her in Quantum Realm armor anyway. And if you can see him, teeny weeny Ant-Man in Quantum Realm armor. So he's part of this team and that team, which maybe means this attack happens first with Avengers ready to Quantum Realm jump, and a few Avengers to stay back and fend off this version of Thanos. And there's Nebula. She does have a sword, but it's on the side of this helicopter because she's just finding out. And this also confirms that there will be a helicopter in the film. Mind blowing. Mad Titan himself supporting a very, very happy smile. Focus. Happy smile. And the Hulk again having a very, very happy smile. Whether that's going to be Dr. Hulk, the intelligent version of the Hulk we're going to get, I don't know. Anna's an Outrider up there. There's also a garage here, which is kind of annoying because it's kind of like a design flaw. With it's got a car, but it's got a gun on it, and you can't actually get the car out solidly. It smashes off the top little barrier, and it will come out. So it's confirmed there's a car in here as well. Cool. So why do we have the newer version of Iron Man here? We see him flying over what seems to be New York in the film, in the trailer. But the biggest thing here, let's shut the garage because I don't want to piss off. I'm assuming, whose car could we say that is? Out of this, I can't even shut the garage door. There, there we go. There we go. Come on. Whoever's car that is. This bit here, in fact, I'll get these characters away and we'll turn it around. So I don't know if you guys noticed it on this version of Thanos. He is gauntletless, but he does have his big hammer. But if you look closely in this one, if I bring the camera down maybe, I can try and show you a better view. We also have a Avengers like little table just chilling doing its thing. We have something inside of a jail cell here with a code. You can kind of just see it there. I'll get it out in a sec. Also with the same diagram focusing on one sun as we've seen on the Quinjet. But if I can do this correctly whilst filming, come on. I feel like I'm ripping the building apart. I'm butchering it up. We do have said Infinity Gauntlet, but only with the Time Stone and the Power Stone. Obviously the Power Stone goes behind the knuckles, but it's a Lego toy, so they have to change it around a little bit. But that's the Power Stone and the Time Stone, and it's inside of this makeshift Avengers jail cell. It's heavily guarded and secured away, and it won't go back in. Oh my god, Thanos is winning. What we're going to do? It's heavily guarded, focus, inside of this little compound because you got at the top. Oh, I just shot a bullet. Right, so does this mean the Avengers have a gauntlet or make a gauntlet or get a gauntlet from somewhere, and each team has been sent out to retrieve a select different Infinity Stone from a different time period in the MCU. They bring it back to the HQ and they start stocking up. They get the Time Stone and the Power Stone, and at said point Thanos attacks. But like I said, Thanos attacks without gauntlet, and I think actually on the box he does have the gauntlet on, so it's misleading whether this is the final battle. Maybe at the Avengers HQ they defeat Thanos and then you take him away, and then they lock up the Infinity Gauntlet just for safekeeping. Film ends. Or is it a case of they get it, Thanos then attacks, gets it, and then the film continues? Which way is it going to go? I just thought it was very interesting how it's an Infinity Gauntlet with two stones locked away, hidden, defended by Carol Danvers, Iron Man, in non-Quantum Realm outfits, but yet Nebula and Hulk's not in his Quantum Realm. Well, we haven't even seen Banner strap up in a Quantum Realm, have we? No, I don't think we did. No, I'm pretty sure we didn't. But yeah, Nebula, Ant-Man are in Quantum Realm suits. So where the fuck's that happened? And of course we know that this will be the wrong person. This will be the Avengers HQ where Ant-Man eventually knocks on, hey, do you remember me? I know you remember me. So it's fucking crazy visuals. I'm gonna try and set up a cool thumbnail shot here. I've left the little door open so I can like do an arrow pointing to it, like, oh my god, Avengers, they've got an Infinity Gauntlet. Whatever we're gonna do. Iron Man needs to be fighting. Oh, there's an Outrider up here. In fact, you could just be paggering a tiny little Ant-Man if you'll stay still. Ah! Right, it's not working. I wanted everyone like kind of in the shot. Oh, Outrider, you oh no, yeah, we'll have a dead Outrider there. Nebula's just one, yay. Ant-Man is just looking and staring at the camera. But yeah, maybe this is where it happens. He shrinks down right now and goes up his ass. We've all seen this famous theory. Visuals, what do you think? Out of the Lego sets I've shown you, is anybody already done a better theorizing video on this and how they can prove why this is there and why that's there and why this isn't that set and why the teams together there? We've got Shatari involved. We've got what looks to be Avengers Assemble / Iron Man 3 Hall of Armory type set. Captain America's crazy bike, War Machine Buster, Quantum Realm suits, and just like I said, more importantly, that is the most fascinating part of the whole sets that come out, is because what the fuck is actually going down. But visuals, there we go. Did we learn anything about the film? Probably not. I'm going to find out, well, by the time you listen to this, I'm going to be finding out tonight. I can't fucking wait. It's going to be awesome. But yeah, visuals. If you've worked anything out from this, definitely let me know in the comments below, because even though I've looked at these sets, I have comic book background knowledge and shit, I have been wrong, and I will probably be wrong a million more times. So yeah, let me know anything I may have missed in the comments below, visuals. And that was my thumbnail. I hope that was a good thumbnail anyway, visuals. But yeah, thank you for watching. Thank you for the support of the channel, visuals. You guys are the fucking best. Thank you for sticking with PJ, Pikachu, tied down, and keep it you and keep on web slinging on.